Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Korean Jesus here with another video, and this one is we really need to start calling out the race baiting streamers. I understand that there were people like Johnny Somali, like this guy who was going around to Asia and just causing trouble. It's kind of funny to see, African Americans be upset that there's racism towards them everywhere they go when they're going around doing this nonsense. But this video isn't about Johnny Somali. This video is about a guy named Lil Pooty. If you go look at his YouTube channel, you can kind of see that there's a little bit of a trend of some anti-Asianness, right? I really feel like this is what's not an industry plant, but then a plant to push the government agenda, because this guy blew up interviewing America's most racist white man, and that just seemed like a giant psyop, as it happened in around 2021, I believe, during a very troublesome time of America. I'm just gonna address the hater comments right now because it's always the same nonsense. What's that on your head? You want to be black? Look, you don't own everything. Black people swear they invented everything. You have to understand that if these were readily available in America, I'd be wearing these. In fact, I think I'm gonna get one of these. But yeah, where did silk come from again? Oh, that's right, China. Interesting. Anyways, yeah, I've been watching some of his content, and I can kind of see there's like a negative vibe from him. He doesn't come into it with a very open mind, and I really don't understand why black people are so angry at Asian people, as if we're the ones that loaded people up on the slave ships. And let's go ahead and watch one or two of his videos, because this one caught my eye. We're gonna go into it. Maybe I'm being a little bit too critical, but whatever. It's just entertainment. Have fun. I mean, my stance on racism is it's for everyone. If everyone can say anything about anyone else's race and no one is excluded, isn't that pure equality? But the second you say anything about the J people or the Star people, you get silenced. You take a European, bring them to America, they turn white. You take an African, bring them to America, they turn black. Who did that? You should definitely look into why that is. Here we go.
Man, ever since I've been here, I have been practicing my bow. I didn't think it was real till I got here. I realized it's a sign of respect. How you doing? Can I get...
What the fuck was that?
Practicing my bow. I didn't think it was real till I got here. I realized it's a sign of respect. How you doing? Can I get...
What the fuck was that, man? Are you kidding me? It reminds me of this.
I was in the park, and there was a Japanese fellow, and I saw him bowing, but he bowed to 90 degrees. Your bow is only like 15 degrees. I asked him about it, and he said that what you did is actually dismissive. So I just thought I would let you know about it. No, he said a bow is not a bow.
Yeah, bow is a bow.
This is not a bow. You were short of the authentic bow.
I had authentic bow. Bow is a bow.
So he's absolutely correct. At least try to meet people halfway.
He a little dismissive of you.
Dismissive?
Yes. Yes.
I got a dismissive bow?
Yes. A little bit shit bow.
Shit bow.
Shit bow.
Shit bow. Shit bow.
A shit bow I got.
Yes.
I got a shit bow.
No bow would be better than that bow.
No bow better.
Yes. Little insulting to you.
I agree. Let's watch it again.
Ever since I've been here, I have been practicing my bow. I didn't think it was real till I got here. I realized it's a sign of respect. How you doing?
And first of all, him asking him how to operate this thing is kind of embarrassing, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see that at the very top? That's in Japanese, and then it says English. So all you have to do is click English. A child can figure this out. This is like using a tablet.
Done. Takeaway. Bucket.
Bucket, yes.
Yeah. Hungry.
Oh.
You want some too?
Why does he talk to people like that? Can you imagine if I went to an Indian restaurant in America and I go, me, food, hungry, food, I give money. Like, why are you even talking like this, bro? It's so embarrassing.
Do y'all have extra crispy here?
See, the thing that makes me really annoyed here is that it's all in English. Like, here, they'll zoom in on the camera. Look, it's all in English, bro.
Here, so that's good.
The entire menu's in English.
Pot pie.
A teenager in America couldn't figure this menu out. Sure, the currency sign looks different, but I'm sure they can figure it out. Like, look, chicken limited. Like, just click on these things and figure it out. Why is he having this guy handhold him?
Oh, that's a combo though. Rich cheese pot pie. Yeah, because it's like rich like the money, and then cheese, because cheese is also another word for money as well.
I never understood African American vernacular sometimes. It's rich like cheese because money is cheddar. I like that shit's so cheesy. You know what I mean? Oh, that's kind of funny. But I don't know. Their slang is ridiculous because they keep complaining about slavery and bringing that up, right? Kind of like a certain group bringing up a fire cost that happened, you know? But then they're over here, you know, bragging about their whips and their chains, showing that shit off. It's like, it's almost as if you guys really miss those whips and chains.
You know what I'm saying? They do double, like triple, quadruple wrap it, so you're not getting grease all over your hand.
So this shit kind of pissed me off because he's just making things up. So you get so you don't get grease all over your hands? No, they wrap it up like that because it's cold outside, like you mentioned, and they want your food to stay hot to the place you take it to. So when you open it up, it's still hot. But this guy opens up his bucket in winter in Japan to show off the food. Like, why are these people content creators? I genuinely don't understand. Plus,
this is fire. The cheese is actually really good. This is actually fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm also getting really tired of these content creators just describing everything as this is fire, this is bussin'. At least describe the flavor, describe textures, compare it to things, but they barely do that. This guy does make some comparisons to some things. We're gonna go ahead and check this one out.
This is mad hot. It's bussin' though.
There it is again. This is bussin'. Oh, this shit's fire. Stop talking like that. Oh, this one's mid. This one's it's this younger generation. Come on.
Fire.
There it is again.
Feels like you chewing water balloons or like, cause it's like the noodles, but then you got some shit inside of it. It's like I don't know, bro. It's like chewing on a trampoline, bro.
Yeah. Chewing on a trampoline. These people need to really stop making content. All of this, like, why the giant octopus there? And also this one, right? Why is he making such a sour face at Chinese food, right?
Is that a bone? Do they bones look like that?
That is around the drumstick and the thigh. That I know exactly where that piece of cartilage is because I eat Costco chickens and I turn the carcasses into soup. And then sometimes I'll eat some of the bones. Particularly the spine, because there's a lot of cartilage in between each vertebrae and there's a lot of nutrients in the spinal column. I digress. But he orders a Chinese dish in this video that's served cold, and he's complaining that it's cold.
Alright. First of all, I got a Diet Coke.
Drinking poison water, right? Like, this is why you look like that. Hold on, what? 41, dude. 41 years old. I mean, come on. Plus, you have to understand what they put in soda, right? Come here and then you go to the internet and there's all these fact checkers after 2021, but you go back in time and you go look at old answers, right? You can actually find that they actually do indeed put human embryonic kidney cells into sodas and your food. This is from 2011. Right? This is before they started covering it up with the quote-unquote Mandela effect, which is just them censoring things and changing history.
This is the worst. I'm gonna be honest, you know, doesn't look crazy, looks a little undercooked, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what raw chicken looks like? There's a pink texture to raw chicken. This one doesn't have it. I genuinely get a very anti-Asian vibe from this person.
You think?
Like, it can't be that bad, but let's just go down to the comment section and just go read this one right here. It's a dish called Hainanese chicken. Some other places have different name for it, but it's chicken that's poached and served cold over a bed of rice, served with dipping sauces on the side for the chicken. It's good, you just have to get used to the taste and texture of a cold poached chicken. This is the answer, but here we go with the people that cry about cultural appropriation and racism not even trying to meet people halfway, right? I genuinely don't understand why this guy even has a platform other than to push the divide. We need to stop this. It's really annoying that, you know, the people will just allow it because you're afraid of speaking out against them because, oh no, you're racist, right? Oh no, you can't call out a black man. Meanwhile, if you go look at what the black people do, they go around and they perpetuate the racism. I was on TikTok watching a couple of black content creators in Korea, and they're just going around perpetuating racism. They're in other countries pushing these songs and being like, is this racist? You're speaking a different language. Not everything is the English language. And then they just get all upset and mad. It's like, grow the fuck up. There's other languages out there. But then they're the one that wants to keep the racism alive so they can keep crying and they can go out and be violent. Oh no, I'm racist? I don't know, man. I mean, there's a reason for this stuff.
Prostitutes out there is they don't have black customers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
As African American.
Yeah, I wonder why, dude. Let's find out if stereotypes exist for a reason.
No African American customers?
No African American.
And why is that?
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They're usually too aggressive. They want too much. They not paying enough. It's almost like a safety hazard.
Yeah, every country they go to, same thing.
One thing we've heard from both pimps and prostitutes in both those areas is they don't do black customers.
Okay, I don't do black customers either.
Too risky?
Yeah.
They're just kind of strange. These stereotypes, why do they exist? And then meanwhile, they're going to other countries, be ignorant and racist and do whatever they want, then cry racism because they're speaking another language. This man is probably the worst reviewer I have ever seen. This content is really low level.
Go to like a regular 7-Eleven.
Every single thing he eats or he tries, he comes in with a very negative attitude. Instead of having an open mind and looking into things, this type of content only exists to perpetuate the racism.
Really good. I don't know
like,
what.
It's like a black cod. Something like that.
A black what?
Cod.
A black what? Oh, CO.
See, this is the lowest level humor. This is to appeal to the masses, the lowest common denominator. It's not good content, it's just the cheapest laugh. Said cod, I'm gonna mishear it as cock. That's such a funny joke, bro. That's such a cheap laugh, like who cares? I guess this is more of a reflection on the audience who actually watches this garbage. Dude, this is so fucking boring. Yeah, don't fall for these psyops, and it's not like we wanted to open up a business in the most risky place of town, dude. It's almost as if the people that run the banks approved businesses being open there. If you look into it, it's absolutely true, but you guys want to blame Asian people for call out these dumb race baiting content creators that are clearly government assets. Racist man interview just happened to drop at a period of time when America was kind of torn with Trump and Biden. It only exacerbated the entire situation. Yeah, I don't like Pootie. This video has been brought to you by our sponsors, which is you. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like. Share this with your Discord servers and your friends and family. That would help me out a bit. I really wish people would go into things with an open mind and just try things. There's only a couple of people that actually do that. My favorite travel content creator that does that is Sunny from the Best Food Review Show. He approaches all the food with as much understanding as he can. He asks questions about it, he tries to learn about the traditions and when it started, and he explains all these things. And there's actually good content creators out there. I really feel like the world is getting dumber and they really want to perpetuate this. I'm telling you that the youth are getting dumber and there's levels to racism. My racism brings people together. This guy's racism pushes people apart. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Once again, it's just for entertainment purposes only. I'm just talking about what I feel is going on, and if you're upset about it, cool. Leave a comment down below. If you're not, great. This is just my opinion on what's going on with the streaming community and the racism and the agenda of the machine. The guy just smells like an industry plant. Alright, y'all. You have a great one.